Is the lesson. We're going to go ahead, and this is a lot. I will admit, this is literally a lot. This lesson might be the longest because it literally goes over all the basic protections. But it's a very, 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 very important lesson. Um,
I'll be right back.
oh, okay. Pausing.
Oh.
Can everybody see the stream?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, how to protect your space. Protection 101. This is the first little document we have in this lesson that I'm going to post after this is taught. There are a lot of perks to being a witch or a pagan. You have a stronger intuition, a higher sensitivity to the energy around you, and a sense of empowerment over your life. However, witchcraft also has some disadvantages. Indeed, being more sensitive to energy makes you more vulnerable to the negativity around you. On top of it, a spell can always backfire and attract unwelcome guests into your home. For these reasons, a witch's home needs protection. Remember that prevention is better than cure. A good ward will keep your house protected and safe, saving you a lot of trouble, because believe me, casting a few protection spells is way easier than breaking a hex. Okay, did everybody get that part? You're on your way to school. Oop.
Yes.
Okay. So what is a ward? You may have been asking this as I've been explaining it. Oh, Annie, shut up.
Kaylin asked me a question.
Oh, okay. So a ward is a protective spell made to repel, filter, and deflect all negative energies. When set properly, it works independently from you, as if it had its own will. A ward works on the long term, but to prevent it from fading, you must reactivate it occasionally. There are a lot of ways to set a ward on your house, and all of them will work with your intention is strong enough. Okay. Everybody know what a ward is. Also, hello, you asshole.
Hey. You be the human client. I'm here, aren't I?
Yes, hello.
Hello, it's me.
Woo. Oh no. Tyler!
Oh, well, thanks. Oh, well.
God damn it, God
God
damn
damn
it.
it.
God damn it.
I was being polite and muting. You said my name, what?
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, back to the lesson. Sorry. Fuck this. Okay. Ways to set up wards. If you have regular spiritual energy, oh my god. If you have a regular spiritual hygiene routine, you are less likely to bring negative energies around you when you come into your home. In other words, if you cleanse your aura and ground yourself every day, you will be less vulnerable to the negative energies that you are crossing in your path. So let's get down to the real facts. Warding is a protection spell that is extremely powerful compared to your normal protection jar or protection ritual. When you ward, it's practically, in easier terminology, a bounce back. Warding is like spraying on bug spray to repel mosquitoes and other pesky insects. Warding is the same idea. If you spray on your warding protection and it repels bad energies and evil entities. So, you may be asking yourself as I'm saying this and describing it, how the fuck can I ward? Well, first, why do you want to ward? Do you have a pesky negative energy in the air? Do you have a bad... blah, 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 blah. Sorry. Do you have a demon or a bad
Shit, that's all done.
Shut up, you cunt! Oh, God!
Mood?
Well, whatever reason you have, you'll need it for later. Now, there is plenty ways to ward. Lock mirrors, light your incense, or just salt your doors and windows. All of these are pretty good protection, but they don't always defeat pesky evil energies and spirits that want to bother you at night. Warding is just enhancing a protective barrier, more like a shit shield, but the shit can mess with your energies. So where do you start? You literally start with yourself. You gotta cleanse yourself, which means ritual baths, balancing your chakras, locking your windows, your doors, your mirrors, shadow work, and herbs, of course. So what Yeah, shadow work. You're really gonna need that. It's the number one thing to help ward. Why? Well, shadow work builds a connection with your spirit, making it so much less vulnerable than the average person. And spiritual ritual baths work great too. So, what you're gonna need to do? Grab your rosemary, your lavender, your milk and oats. It will be very powerful, so please don't worry. The hotter the water, the better. Hot anything. Wards things away. Blah, blah. Fuck. Go suck your
Are
mom's
you good,
dick.
Aric?
Yes, fuck off.
Do you need help? No, I'm asking if you need help, like help resetting your central nervous system. I'll stop this.
Huh?
It's
That's
fine.
what. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Give me. Give me a second. I'm so sorry. Kaylin, are you
Catch your breath.
taking
Catch your
back?
breath. Catch your breath. Hey. Catch your breath. Catch your breath. Okay, you're good.
Okay. I
Remember, put pressure on your central nervous system. You got this. Yeah, do your breathing. There you go. Better.
Yeah, it's not as bad. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Where were we? Okay, so chakra balancing and lock-in. You gotta balance your chakras and lock them, which makes you even more powerful, aware, compared to the people who sleep on it. Meditation is such a wonderful practice in protecting yourself. How? Well, you're connecting to your conscious. Fuck. You are connecting your conscious and your subconscious and spirit together at the same time. Don't worry though, no one will hurt you, and as long as you have your protections up. Okay, so let's focus on how to set up a ward within your space. Open your goddamn windows. I want everyone to repeat after me, please, whether it be in chat or vocal. I'm not.
I hate it here.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. My windows stay fucking. My window is locked because you know what got in, and I had to kick it back out.
Cunt face. God damn it.
Wow! Thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
Sorry. Okay.
Annie, I literally can hear you.
Okay. Cat.
Oh yeah. Kay, how's it going on? Open your goddamn windows.
Cat. Fuck. Suck my dick, bitch. Oh god. Oh.
No, thank you. I'm a top.
You're good, just breathe.
Why does this happen every time I do a goddamn lesson?
Okay, we're gonna breathe. We're gonna do the breathing things, and we're gonna chill, and we're gonna breathe, and we're gonna, yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Silence! Oh no. Gotta go.
I'm on fucking medication that's supposed to stop this. Oh my god, okay, sorry. Okay, so now that everyone's said it, let's continue. Shall we? Do your normal protection spell. I'm sorry I had to laugh at that one. Or smudges, and dust those nasty out. Incense, or scream at the spirits with a pan in hand. They all work. Sweep it all out. Clean your motherfucking space. Do it. You need to be protected in every aspect of your life. Negative energy tends to cling to a messy space. So clean up and clean it. Just clean. Everybody. Clean. Now that you're done cleaning, shut those... Pretty bird. Fuck you.
Ooh, you have that one too?
Fuck you. Pretty bird. No. Pretty bird.
Shit. Uh-oh. Wait, fuck.
Nope. You didn't.
Okay,
Okay,
it's fine.
we're gonna breathe. I'm fighting a switch, so we're gonna breathe and we're gonna ignore it. No. Oh my
Not
fuck.
switching right now. No. Cause
What?
once you start switching, I'm gonna start switching. No. Okay. Hey. Okay. Okay. Now that you are done cleaning, shut those windows, grab your black salt, which we will talk about in a bit later in the lesson, or any other protection you have, and dust your windows and doors with it. You can also lock it in with a rune or a sigil. Either one works. Either way works. Just pretty
What?
much. Swear to God, if you just switched out, I will kick whoever fronting.
It's Elijah. Thank you very much. I'd appreciate
Elijah,
it.
go suck a dick!
Why am I sucking dick? What am I missing? Okay. Okay. Hi.
We are teaching a lesson, Elijah. Shut the fuck up. I love you, but shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I love you. Like, how do I wait? Where's the? Wait, hold on.
If you summon your little fuckboy, I'm gonna cry.
My fuck boy. What's my fuck boy?
I don't know, the person in my system who's simping for you.
I
Mal?
don't. That makes sense. No. Um.
Okay. Okay. This lesson's gonna be a bit of a longer one. I am recording it and I will edit it and post it to the YouTube channel we are making. So, if you can't stay for the whole one, just make sure to watch the lesson and do the homework and you'll be fine. Okay? Okay. Okay, so now this little section of the protecting your space lesson is done. Anybody have any questions on this document in particular? Hey, fucking beetroot. Okay. So I'm going to assume no
Thumbs
questions.
up. Thumbs up. Sorry. We had a moment of We're good. We're good. I got. We're fine.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to assume no one has any questions then. Is this still recording? Yes, it is. We're already at 15 minutes. Okay. What is the difference between rock salt and normal salt? Pretty much the only difference between rock salt and normal salt, I think, like, protective-wise, or they're literally, as long as it's salt, it has the same properties. It doesn't matter where it comes from. If it's salt, it has the same properties. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kaylin, or Tyler, but I'm pretty sure they may have different.
You're correct. The only difference is that certain kinds of salt, like black salt, can be stronger. That's it.
Yeah, they have the same
Yeah.
properties, just certain ones like rock salt and I believe Himalayan, the pink salt,
Mm-hmm.
they can be a
Yeah.
little bit stronger than your average salt.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be going over black salt right now. Not right now, in a bit after we go through the other ones. Also, why the fuck is my metaphysical dock in the fucking protection dock? Ugh. Okay, hold on. I'm going to take that off because that's going to be in the next one. Okay. So we are now going to go to protection lesson 1. which is the next document, where... How many pages? Excuse me. Only 6. Okay. Okay, so basically, this is... welcome to this kind of next part of the lesson. So why do you need protection? Oh, voice crack, lovely. So why do you need protection? Well, we all need protection because without it, we are basically susceptible to anything that is of ill intent, whether it be backfire from a spell, an evil entity, or perhaps another sex workers. Shut the fuck up, Tyler. I fucking hear you, you bitch ass.
No, I was gonna ask you if you. No, I know you cut out for me on my end. Did
Oh,
you say you were going over the variations of salt, or am I hearing shit? Because you cut out. You said something about I'm gonna do this with the salt, and then you your mic, or on my end at least, your shit went blank.
oh, I am going to go over black salt and different ways to make it later in the lesson.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so here are some ways to protect yourself, kind of. Black salt. Well, what is black salt? Black salt is a type of protection that is made from ash from a candle, or incense, sage, or other things that we will go on later in more detail. And it's basically added into salt, grinded up, used in spells or anything. You can use black salt for protection, wet an eyeshadow brush and paint, or a paintbrush, dip it in black salt, draw an X on every window and mirror, and this will keep entities from coming in unwelcome. Side note to that, you can also make pentagrams. You can draw a pentagram on yourself for protection, on your windows, doors, anything basically. The same goes for sigils. If you are doing spell work, I suggest you find a sigil and burn a protection one before you start the spell. I already went over what a ward is. I just wanted to make doubly sure that you guys know where. 7 things that you guys need to keep in mind while setting up a ward. I kind of barely brushed over the most important stuff, but for this is a little bit more in depth. These next few pages talk about more in depth with it. Number 1, have a good spiritual hygiene. Number 2, enter your home mindfully, which basically means magic is an intention. So if you enter your home with the intention of not good things, it's going to bring negativity into your house. Number 3, purify your home regularly. Basically, this is just part of spiritual hygiene routine. You can prevent an accumulation of unwanted energies. It also brings a good, relaxing vibe to your living space. You can If you follow the Wheel of the Year, you can purify your home at Mabon, Yule, Osteria, or Letha. Those are really powerful things. And your cleansing tool that applies to you, remember to be respectful of other practices, closed practices. Remember to research before you use something that you're not sure of, such as you can use bells, a smudge stick, a singing bowl, blessed water, salt, crystals, a broom, a plain visualization. Just make sure you are being respectful towards closed practices, please. Because I cannot stress this enough. If you start fucking with a closed practice and you are not initiated into said practice, you can fuck your shit up. And I cannot stress
And we'll
that
kick your ass.
enough. Yes, yeah, really.
And we'll kick your ass.
Because you can really
Not joking.
you can fuck up people's cultures and spread misinformation about it. And if you're not initiated into a culture, do not practice their culture, because it's not your own. Such as the Japanese culture, I don't remember what it's called. Anyone remember what the Japanese closed culture one is called? It's like...
Hold on, I have it written down.
Yeah, there's a Japanese closed culture. Hoodoo voodoo, that is African's magic. If you're not
Are you talking about like you're talking about I don't know how to say it properly. It's like
Shintoism?
Sakura, maybe?
Yes, that.
Yeah, Sakura. That.
Yeah.
Shintoism?
Yes.
I don't know how to say it, and I don't want to like get it wrong, but that's what it is.
If you're not a Native American, don't use Native American culture. If you're not an this word. If you're not
Alright,
part of
uh,
that, don't use that. You know what I mean? Like,
correct me if I'm wrong, but white sage you are able to use if it is gifted by a Native American.
Only if it's gifted.
yeah,
Yeah,
white
only if it's
sage you are able to use as long as it's gifted by a Native American. Palo Santo, I'm not sure about because that also
You can use
falls
it. You
into
can.
Latina or Santeria witchcraft. If I'm
I believe if you purchase it from like a specific store that like you have permission to be in and you have like permission from the owner, I do believe it's okay.
mhm.
But that's the same concept as gifted.
Yeah. There's also yeah, Palo Santo I would not recommend using. Um I really only recommend using it if you're gifted it by someone of either Santeria or any type of practice that uses it because you don't want to fuck with shit that you're not a part of, if that makes sense. Yes, there
It
are a
still comes
lot of
back to the
different.
key.
Jesus fuck, Tyler. What the fuck was that? Okay. um, yeah, there are a lot of different types of sage that you are able to use besides white sage. I believe there's blue sage. Why the fuck do I only know blue sage?
Blue sage, there's green sage, there is dragon sage, if I'm not mistaken. There's
Yeah,
several different kinds of sages, Art.
garden sage, clay sage, scarlet sage. There's a lot. You don't only have to use white sage. I cannot stress this enough. Please, if you can, avoid using white sage and Palo Santo unless you are gifted it by another person that isn't within that culture. Okay, so now that we have gone over that, can I continue on?
Ooh, alright, question for you. Yeah.
Yes.
So, like, I have politics that was gifted to me by a friend of mine who, actively is in the culture. Because that's what I use to, ward away, my unwanted asshole to come into my house.
Yeah.
Isn't it technically cool, like, if I'm the one warding away, like, the demon out of somebody else's house if I use my politics because it's still me using it?
That is an
It was gifted to
ethical
me.
question. That is an ethical question I would ask your friend. I have no idea.
I mean, fair enough.
this turns into an epic class.
I have no idea.
What? What? I thought it was a good question.
I have no idea.
It
I
is
would
a good
definitely
question.
ask your friend. To me,
Noted.
it sounds like as long as you're the one using it, it should be fine. But I would still definitely ask your friend. Okay, on to the next part. Purify your home regularly. You're going to use symbols of protection. You can use salt. Fuck off. Oh god. Solemn, pentacle, magic, occult, symbol, sigil, witchcraft, spell, wicca, all of that above. It's really easy to find a thing that works for you, that you can do easily, that will protect you. Okay? Um, this is a
I
very
have a
old.
protection thing that I have that I can show that I had made from someone. It's one of the jars.
Ooh, that's cool.
I send a picture in the costume thing.
Bet do it. And then, this is a very old practice. It's not closed. I triple double fucking checked that. You can hang a broom over your door, and because brooms in Wicca or paganism were typically used to cleanse and protect the space. Thus, if you hung a broom over your front door, it's an easy way to just create a ward. Especially if your broom is made of birch, cedar, or oak. That is really, honestly, from a very, very old time. So, if your broom isn't made of wood and it's made of plastic like most brooms these days, I suggest you don't. If that makes sense. But, then again, certain plastics do also have protection energy. And if you set your intent, you could do that too. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do, you can also make a home protection herbal pouch, which means grab a pouch, put herbs, put protection, put wording on it, and then carry it around with you everywhere you go. You can also find a lot of recipes for these specific pouches online. However, I will specify, be careful. Certain cultures do this differently. If you look up something and it says closed practice on it, or some type of paganism or witchcraft thing that is not open, do not use it, because I know a certain group, I believe they're the gypsies. Gypsies make puka pouches, which are filled of herbs, crystals, and a spell written on a piece of paper. Do not do that unless you are a gypsy, which means you are in the Netherlands or Russia, I think, or are initiated into them. Please.
Romanian.
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 Thank you. Romanian.
You missed Romanian.
Okay, yes. Romani. Okay? You got to be careful, because if you do a protection herb pouch, do not make it a, fucking, yeah. I forgot what it was called. I said it earlier and then it left my mind. Wow. Okay. Another thing you can do. Place your crystals in your window seals. This can be used to protect your home, and also because dark colored crystals and cleansing crystals can work perfectly. Uh, Basically, crystals are really full of energy. That's why you need to charge them on full moons or whatever you want to use, whether it be moon, sun, water, but be careful. Some crystals can become toxic or break easily in water, so be careful. Um, they're just really powerful things to use, tools. And then you can make a protective wreath. I do not believe this is part of any closed culture, so as far as my knowledge goes, it's not. Um, Basically, it combines herbal magic, witchcraft, protection spells, Wicca. It's really a really cool way to kind of decorate and protect your house at the same time. Choose herbs with protective properties, and while you are weaving them, focus on your intention. Visualize a shield of energy around your entrance while you are installing it on your front door. Okay? Alright. Now, this is also another really old one. You can create a home guardian, which means you need and two warding methods, and you need to act on the astral plane. To use them, you need less material, but it requires a high level of visualization skills. I wrote this terribly. Oh my god. A home guardian is an M. My mouth is refusing to say that word right now. Emanation.
Animation.
No, that's not it. This word. Emanation. I don't know.
Wait, what word?
This
Wait,
word.
click it. Make it. Emanations?
Yes. It's meant to protect
Got
your
you.
home from intruders, and since you are creating them, your guardian can have the appearance of your choice: a spirit, animal, an elemental, a fairy, a gargoyle, an angel, etc. I gave you steps on how to do it. I'm not going to go into that. You can read it. Yep. That is that part. Any questions on that document?
You a bitch.
That's not a question, Tyler.
It's a fact.
I didn't ask for facts, now did I? You fucking cunt.
When do I ever give you what you asked for?
No, you don't. Hi. Welcome to the lesson. We're in the middle of it. This is about sex. Caitlin, how dare?
I
Hello. Welcome to the lesson. And we're in the middle of it. We already
That
went over
moment
the.
when A agrees with
Shut the
me.
fuck up,
Me.
Tyler!
Run here!
Hey, children.
I am trying to teach. This is my lesson. I will remember that for
Tyler,
your
shut the
lesson. I will remember this for your lesson, and I will be interrupting your lesson. Thank you very
You were
much.
gonna do it
Tyler,
anyway.
lovingly.
Okay.
I swear to God.
Pineapple. Okay. I see Abby is typing a question. So basically, if he says any more shit, I'm putting him in timeout. I'm not kidding. Um, so we are in the middle of the lesson. I am so sorry. It is chaotic, Kathy. We already went over the first two. I am recording this as we are going. I will edit it and then post it onto the YouTube that will be posted in announcements soon, I promise. And the homework will be posted after this lesson is done.
Wait,
So,
serious question, like not no bullshit, like actual
Allison,
serious question.
Allison,
No, seriously, like a serious question. Like, are we locking the YouTube where like only the members can see it? Or are we doing it publicly?
I feel like it wouldn't hurt to do it publicly.
I was just curious.
I don't know. We'll discuss it in council. Protection is okay. Well, still need to do the homework and attend the lesson so we know how good in protections you are or well versed. Thank you. Oh god, Abby's typing a long question, aren't you, Abby? Proud parent noises. Yeah, it's a good refresher. For the herbal satchel thing, I used to make words for physical, but I heard that you aren't allowed to use crystals and spells in them. I heard I use crystals for okay, so basically for the satchel thing, I heard that the bags made in that culture is like it's made a specific way. I think as long as you research and know what you're doing first, Abby, you should be completely fine as long as you're making sure it's not part of a closed practice that you're not in. Okay? My cat's being adorable. No problem. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and hop onto the slide I made. This is pretty much just going over a little bit and adding on to what I already stated in the last two documents. Alright, ladies and gentlemen? And ladies and datums, I don't. People! Can you load, please? Thank you. That was rude. Okay. So, this is a protection magic lesson. You are going to need, uh, My brain broke. Hold on. Oh no, this is Kaylin, someone's trying to switch.
Okay, you want me to take over?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Do you know who's trying to switch?
That, I've got it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm not sharing my screen. It's bad on my phone, so we're just gonna do this. For your protections, it is important to know, uh, demons or daemons may be attracted or drawn to you in your space during your craft. This is why protections are important. Negative or ill intent entities may also be drawn to you as you explore your path. Curses and hexes do exist. Another very big reason why you need to be protected. Because those types of things can be very harmful. When spells backfire, yeah.
I was just letting you know the switch was Isabella. That's who came out.
Alrighty.
Sorry, it was not meant to happen.
It's all good.
I didn't mean that. I'm gonna try to leave and get Aric back. I'm sorry.
You're good.
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. It's fine. We all know that. We all know. Case super just draws you right out. It's fine. We're good.
What?
I said you draw Isabella out. It's just you. You do it. I can't help it.
Fair. Okay, where was I? Spell backfire?
You're talking about daemons and demons.
I was talking about... Oh, yeah. Okay. So, like I said, daemons or demons may be attracted or drawn to you in your space during your craft. Negative or ill intent entities may also be drawn to you as you explore. Curses and hexes do exist. They're a real thing. Multiple reasons why protections are super important. We want to make sure that you're safe. We want to make sure that you're okay. And that is why this lesson is super important to note. I'm sorry, I'm tired. It's almost 3 a.m. here. Yeah, if you don't have protection, you're left vulnerable to many things that are not so great for you and can, in fact, really harm you if you're not careful. Huh?
They cause ill will.
Yeah.
And project will onto you, and that's not something that we particularly want to bail you out of, but we will if necessary.
Yes, we will.
Quick explanation. What the fuck just happened?
Isabella switched out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then threatened to silence me because I believe she was trying to sneak in and not let Kaylin know.
Rude. That was so rude. Okay.
My feelings are hurt.
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
Third slide. I'm joking.
Okay. I can take it back over, I think. If I feel someone about to switch again, I'll tell you. But you'll probably notice, because as you could tell last time, I kind of went, huh? Okay. So how can you protect yourself? Black salt surrounding your space, circles when casting a spell, protection candles, guides while astraling, protection sigils, protection spells, and cleanse your area at least monthly or anytime you feel unsafe. I linked a video in the thing for you to watch about cleansing. Yes, I knew I wrote them down. Sorry. Okay, so here's a little cleansing spell, like cleansing spray recipe. And here is a bunch of different smudge sticks that you can use. Woohoo! And then I gave you another 2 more pictures on banishing and warding and cleansing. And that will be posted. Okay, now we are going to go into black salt. Is everybody ready?
Ooh, wait, I'm gonna send a picture in the classroom chat in a second from the black salt that I had handmade, so you guys can see what like pure actual black salt looks like. So you're not being how you say fucked over in scams because people will sell you shit that's not real.
Yeah, and you can easily make your own as well.
That was very eloquent, Tyler.
I do my best, sis.
You're right.
Yes, thank you, Kathy. I didn't know what they were or not. I just knew the Romanized or the witches that are from that culture use satchels or like little baggies. I did not know if it was closed or not, so I did say to research. Thank you for pointing that out. Oh my god, cat. Okay, so we're going on to black salt. It is a very good protection tool slash herb. Well, black salt is a type of protection that is made from an ash of candle, incense, or sage, and is added into the salt. Your ingredients typically are coarse sea or kosher salt, though you can use any type of salt: rock salt, pink salt, Himalayan salt, coarse sea salt, rock salt, kosher salt. Any salt you have, it will do. Trust me. And then any and all of the following: fire pit ashes, black food coloring. Yes, food coloring can work if you have the right intentions. Black pepper and activated charcoal. So how do you make it? Basically, you combine the salt and additives of your choice, then consider using the energy of the either the dark moon or any type of moon that you feel works with your salt, which heightens its protective properties, and then charge it by leaving outside or under the full moon, dark moon, or any of, again, moon phases you prefer, with or any charging method you prefer. So, what you're going to do after that is you can use it. Additional additives that you may not be aware of that can add a little oomph to your black salt is um, rosemary essential oil. If you add a few drops of rosemary oil for protection, it can protect you from harmful people or toxic relationships. Also, a nice addition if you plan to use your salts for home protection or to bless the perimeter of your sacred place. Use about 8 drops for every 5 ounces of black salt. You can use cayenne powder. Add a little bit of cayenne for black salts intended to dispel anger or toxic relationships. It's perfect for dealing with difficult roommates or hard to handle relatives. Lavender essential oil. Um, it is more towards divination, and it can help with psychic protection. And consider adding a little bit of it to block invisible, like, hexes, jinxes, curses. It helps protect against that. You can even add it to a batch of black salt to ease emotional pain, grief, or even anxiety. Cool, right? And then you can do cinnamon essential oil, which is for a protection from a broken heart or pain in a romantic relationship. You can also use it for paranormal investigation to clear away negative energies and settle disturbed energies. Include about 5 drops of cinnamon essential.
You got it. You're good.
Cinnamon essential oil per 5 ounces of black salt. Do not allow pure, uncut cinnamon essential oil to make contact with your skin. It burns like a motherfucker. Please trust me. I learned the hard way. We don't ask questions.
It does.
We don't ask
I
questions.
was there for that. I remember.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
I
Yeah.
remember that shit.
Oh, it hurts so bad. Oh, it hurts so bad. That was fun. Um, there are a lot of ways to use your black salts. There's literally so many I cannot fit it into one document, like without making it thousands of pages and years of research long. But here are a little bit. Sprinkle around the perimeter of your house to guard your earth and home. Why did I say ohm? What the fuck? Okay, sorry. Um, Add some to your car as a protection charm to give it a boost. Place protection gemstones in a bag of black salt to cleanse and recharge them. Be sure to rinse them thoroughly before use. However, careful, certain crystals can become toxic or break or disintegrate depending on the crystal and water. Keep that in mind, please. You can use it if you are dating. You can carry a small glass of jar of black salts with cinnamon oil to protect your heart from lovers with bad intentions. If you are in a toxic relationship, get the two of you together, and when you're ready to end the friendship, place the photo in a biodegradable container and bury it somewhere far away from your home. Walk away and don't look back. Mark the perimeter of your outdoor sacred space when you cast a circle to protect you during the ritual. Don't use an indoor circle as it may stain carpet or floor. Alright. Anybody have any other questions for the black salt?
I did send a picture of my black salt, and I believe that Kathy sent one as well. I sent one, or Abby, my bad, not Kathy. I apologize. Names blend together. I sent a
Ooh.
picture of my black salt up close, so that way you could see the variations in the ashes and the colors and the grit texture differences, because that's what's going to tell you that it's authentic and not just someone who is trying to pass off what's supposed to be black salt. Because there, you can, if you aren't someone who makes your own, you can in fact get some that is not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, just be really careful. Honestly. Also, um, it also though Tyler, people can grind with a motor and pistol the salt down. It's just an extra step, so it can be smooth, but like still gonna have different variations of things.
Yeah, I mean, you'll still see the variations, because I have, like, when I grind
Yeah.
mine down, like, you can still see the variations. It's all, and even then, like, do bear in mind, like, like Aric said earlier, like, all salt shares the same property. So even if you do buy some that's not true black salt, it will still have the same properties. It just won't have the strength of black salt. And in some cases, especially if you do the work that I do, like, you 100% need the strength of black salt.
Yeah.
Just normal salt won't cut it, especially like depending upon like what your practice is and what you intend to do. It just won't cut it. And both Aric and Kaylin can vouch for that, because we've gotten ourselves into some pretty nasty situations.
We don't talk about it.
We're not
Yeah.
talking about it. I'm just like using that as an example. Like, we've gotten ourselves slightly in over our heads at points because of some tiny errors that probably could have been solved with some more heightened protections. You live
Yeah.
and you learn, but we would much rather
It's
you
a
guys
learning
not have
process.
to.
Yeah.
But we would also,
And
yeah,
we
like, we
want
don't
you
want
to
you guys to have to do what we had to to get where we are. We don't want you guys to have to do or go through what we had to go through to get our stripes, because let's just leave it at the last year we've gone through a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really are learning from our mistakes here.
Yeah. Okay. Egg cleansing. This is the last document I have before I give you a video, which I'm only going to show the first few minutes and then you guys can watch on your own time, since we already are almost at an hour. Well, we are at an hour long lesson, and I don't want to waste your guys' time. So, egg checking. You will need a fresh, uncooked, uncooked, uncooked. Do not cook it. Do not. I swear to God, do not cook it. A clear glass of fresh water. I personally, however, use moon water. It could be from a waning moon or a full moon. Any type of moon water. Any type of water actually works. Um, and some type of smoke protection oil or salt. It's very optional though. I don't use it. The only thing I do use, which I guess is considered smoke protection, is incense. I cleanse the cup and the egg before I use it. Um, okay, so pretty much step by step instruction. You're going to wash the egg by running it under a faucet and imagine that the egg is being cleared of any lingering energies. You're going to find a private place where you can perform your cleansing work. Light your incense, say a prayer or affirmation asking your guides, guardians, and ancestors and angels to be with you. Uh, Ask for the assistance from whatever divinity feels appropriate for you. Pass sage through the incense smoke while praying that this will be a tool for spiritual cleansing to restore your highest expression of good. Hold the egg in your palms and imagine it being blessed or anytime that it's a tool of energetic clearing. Think of this as you are asking the egg to work to remove all negative or misaligned energies from your body, mind, heart, and spirit. Relax, breathe, and become present. Hold the egg in your dominant hand. Make contact with your body and hold the egg a few inches above. Begin at your head, focusing at the crown, moving downward to your forehead, eyes, lips, base of the head, throat, shoulders, and then move down each arm, touching the palms, and then back up, switching the hand so you can work to the opposite arm. The sternum, heart, down the stomach, focusing on the solar plexus, navel, small of the back, reproductive organs, and then down each leg, touching the soles of the feet. You can return to any specific areas of concern, place where you can pinpoint pain, illness, tension, or any other issues. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to crack the egg in water and set the shells aside to be thrown away. Use a protective oil, make sure to dilute in a clear-like or olive oil to seal the aura by placing a few drops in your palms. Rub your palms together to warm the oil until the scent blooms strong. Ask for protection from all negative, intrusive, misaligned energies, and rub your palms from the sides of your from the soles of your feet, up your body, palms, throat, until you get back to the crown of your head. Thank your guides and your divine for their aid. And after the egg cleansing, you can read the egg. I gave a bunch of information. Here are things you should be concerned about. If you see any blood or objects, it's indicators of energies removed during cleansing. So that's to be concerned about. Also, make sure that there is no, if the yolk comes out and bubbles are surrounding it or shooting upwards, it's a sign that negative energy is around you too much, meaning you are very tired. There's a lot that can go into this. Just make sure after you read your egg to dump the glass water in the toilet and flush it. And if you decide to not read the egg, then flush immediately or discard the egg without breaking it. And make sure you flush the egg yolk only or throw the whole egg into a running stream. A trash can offer you problems. So, that is pretty much how you read an egg. I gave you a shit ton of things to watch out for while reading it because there's a lot, and egg readings can be very telltale. Yeah, please do not
All I
bury
was
it.
saying was don't bury it.
Yeah, please don't bury it at all. Please do not bury it. Please, please, please. For the love of God, don't bury it. Just flush it or put it in
Please, please
a
don't.
stream. Please don't bury
Save
it.
all of
Please
us.
don't. Yeah.
Save all of us.
Please
And by
just.
all of us, I mean your council.
Yeah, please just flush it down the toilet. Put it into a river. Put it into an ocean. Put it down the sink. Just do not throw it away and do not bury it. Huh! Tyler, how about you tell
Like,
them?
we will more than happily bail you out of situations you get yourself in because our main goal is to protect you. But for the love of God, please don't do dumb shit.
Hey Tyler, why don't you tell Abby why not to bury it? You have experience
I'd
with it.
rather I didn't tell that story. I'm still
You are.
traumatized.
You are. You're gonna say it. Or I take the
That
donuts.
shit comes back.
I'll take
That
the
shit comes
donuts.
back. I'm sorry. It comes back, okay? Bear in mind that everything that you do in this practice, in this craft, and everything that you do, it comes back, whether that be good or bad. So it doesn't matter if you are the nicest person in the world. You make one error that's significant enough, it will come back times three. That's the karmic law, the threefold law.
That's for
So anything
Wicca.
that you bury, especially because burying is something that you do when the only thing that I can come to mind was like a prime example of like something that I still have buried. Okay, can I tell this story, Aric? Can I tell this story?
Yeah, my lesson's pretty much almost done. I literally was just gonna explain the homework and then post it.
Well, no, no, no. I'm asking permission because if hold on here,
Tell it.
go to your
Go.
DMs for a second. I want to make sure that I'm cool with those. So yes, not everybody believes in the threefold law. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's just what I personally believe in. That's what I use to justify my motive.
Yes.
Hold
I
on, I
went
got
to
you.
DMs. I don't either.
That's the story I'm talking about. Kaylin already knows what it is.
Do it.
They may
Just
not
tell
remember
it.
it right this moment. They do. All
Just
right,
tell
cool.
it.
So essentially, last year we had an issue come up with someone. I'm not naming names. There's no reason to name names. We had an issue come up, and as a council, we went through it. We tried to take what we thought was the high route. The person who didn't, you know, they chose not. They essentially forced our hand and attempted to physically harm us and spiritually harm us. So, for an example, I made a hex, and it was very, very strong hex. Not something enough to, actively cause death, but very close. I buried it, and it came back because I had a dog that dug it up, and it came back on me to the point that Aric actively had to step in because I no longer at that point could break it because it had already come back out. So things like that. It's just it's just not a good idea because
Yeah.
the earth is something that we're supposed to hold sacred, and we have to be very mindful of the things that we choose to bury and dispose of and or use as kind of like a storage position, because when you do make hexes and things of that nature, you can typically put them in the freezer, you
But
can bury them, like things of that nature, in order to kind of secure them.
yeah.
So it was a very large error on my part, and believe me when I tell you, we all learned the lesson because I had to be bailed out of something that I did.
Let me just
And
say,
that's why I
these two
buried, not a good
idiots,
plan.
Kaylin and Tyler, I
I
love them. I love them, but they're lucky as fuck they have me. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, no, and he's
yeah,
right
fair.
because we. No, I'm not going to say we because I'm not even going to drag Kaylin down with me because that's rude. That's my sibling. I can't do that. I won't. I'll call myself out. So, yes,
They
backfires
do.
absolutely do, and they do happen, and they do happen. That's something that you have to be prepared for, regardless of how good you are at doing something and how well versed you are. Shit still happens. But no, absolutely. If I did not have Aric, I was extremely temperamental last year over like this specific situation with this specific person because I felt as though the people that I love and I care for, like Aric and Kaylin, were in danger. So I stepped up to the plate and I accepted the risks. The only problem were my risks came back, to get me. So be mindful in what you do. Always
Y'all,
be mindful in what you do.
yeah, be mindful. Seriously, be mindful of what you do. Make sure and realize that everything you put out, your intentions will be heard. Even, like, it may not come back if you don't believe in the threefold law. It may come back even if you don't believe in it. However, everything you put out will be seen in some way or some form. And your intentions have a huge part in your magic. Okay?
I will say, I think one misconception a lot of people have about practicing is that, nothing bad can ever happen, that
Yeah.
it's not dangerous. There's a lot that could go wrong, and we're here to make sure that that doesn't happen and to help you if it does.
I'm gonna, you know what? One of my lovely, lovely sisters is in this chat right now. I'm gonna go ahead and call her out.
It's fine. We, we,
So,
we can call each other out for like 24 hours.
Yeah, the threefold law isn't the only theory that mentions stuff coming back. You are absolutely right.
No, it's not. I use that because that's what I believe in. So that's what I typically use. And I'm explaining that because that's my personal belief. So that's what I typically use. No, it's not the only thing, and it's not the end all be all. And matter of fact, like it's not something that has to. It's not. I don't. That probably came
Every
across as me trying to like explain that was the only thing that was there. No, absolutely not.
I personally believe in
That's
karma.
just my
I
personal belief.
personally believe in karmic justice. That's what I believe in. I don't necessarily believe in the threefold law, though I do think it's a good thing to keep in mind. I believe in karmic justice, which means anything you put out will come back to you, good or bad. That's all I really believe in. But there's a lot of other beliefs, and what you believe is what you believe. We're not going to tell you any different. You're welcome to believe in what you want to believe in. And if you don't want to believe anything will come back to you, just be safe. That's all we ask.
You're not invincible. Just remember that.
Yeah.
You are absolutely not invincible. Things can,
Yeah.
do damage. And like Aric said, when you put something out, you are heard. It's not always so much you want to hear you.
Ooh, Kathy, I'm happy you brought up manifestations. I actually have a lesson planned, written already, that's going into depth with manifestations. You are absolutely right. If you are trying to manifest something, you need to be undoubtedly sure and collected about what you are trying to manifest, or things can go very wrong very quick. And if you have any doubts, those doubts can happen. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna teach it, but it is in the plans and it is written already. So
I read
just
through it. It was delightful. It was actually really, really good. I was very proud of you for that one because
thank
it
you.
even skipped over things that I would have. Like, you genuinely went into shit that I would have skimmed over because you know how I get sometimes.
Yeah,
Oh, Nemesis, Lady Nemesis.
yeah.
Let's not forget the time that Tyler accidentally insulted her and how he paid for that for 6 months of his life.
Oh, you fuck.
Ugh.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I
Okay,
remember that.
back to what I was saying because I didn't call up my sister. How I was calling her out. What I was saying is you're not invincible. How I can prove this and I know you need to be careful. Not really related to them so much as the group we were in a couple months ago. People were going into the astral with no protections, going willy nilly, and attracted some really bad jinn. I had
Oh.
to do with Catherine and Kaylin a lot to make sure they were all safe. My God, Mani channeled through me and warned them even. It was not okay. Luckily, though, they have listened and gotten protections so far that I know of. So, keyword to this: protections, intentions. Do it. Just do it.
Oh, my favorite part of this is like I'm still saying like astral projection. Like for that lesson, I still say that like me, Aric, and Kaylin all should co-teach that one just because on basis alone, I promise you we have enough stories and enough shit to back up our grit as
Yeah,
to
we're
why
all gonna teach
protections are
this.
important.
Tyler,
Like protections are not against us. Ugh.
Tyler, we could tell the story about Jordan.
Oh no, that still makes me sad. I mean, he's fine. Like, well, I mean, I haven't seen him in a while, but I mean, he made it out. If we don't want to tell that one, we can always tell the story about Atticus.
Oh, true.
Where's the
But that will all be saved for the astral.
Or my personal favorite. This is gonna call Aric out. My personal favorite.
Shut up.
To
Shut
sum
up.
it up, we brought Aric. We brought Aric down with us to the underworld, and he got yeeted in like what, less than 15 seconds. Less than 15 seconds.
To be fair, that
Oh,
was
God,
back
it was so
then.
funny.
I went there today, and Persephone let me play with hellhounds. It's fine.
I'm just saying that alone was my most favorite memory unlocked. Oh God, I still remember you. I still remember like the actual motion of you flying out of the gates. Just
I almost fell into the damn river! so funny. I was like, fuck. Oh my god. Okay. So I am going ahead and posting the lesson now. Assign.
Oh, that's how we're doing it? Okay, I got you. I didn't know how we were